What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Brand new build series here. We have a duplex. That's going to be beautiful when we're done with it. All red board and batten exterior siding. We've got single car garage on both sides, 2 stories. It's going to be nice. This place, we're facing some difficulties that we wouldn't exactly see on some of the customs that we build, because normally those are out in the open. We've got tons of room. This place, on the other hand, we're dealing with a very tight lot. There's not a whole lot of room here. What this means is that we're gonna have to get tricky, figure out how we're gonna be lifting our walls, figure out how we're gonna get our floor sheathing up onto the second floor. We might be doing quite a bit by hand. We're not sure. So as I mentioned, the challenges in this project, we have our foundation. It's only 10 foot wide, luckily, for that staircase pop out. But we're gonna be a foot away from this block wall, meaning you're not gonna be able to get in between here. It's a 19'6" balloon wall, meaning it's going to frame from bottom all the way up to second story roof in one go. It's not split with a floor system. So as you can see, we have very little space in between the existing home and the duplex we're putting here in the back. You can see the 1 foot clearance on both sides of the staircase walls, as I was mentioning to you guys earlier. It's going to get a little tricky, but we're gonna make the best of it and make it work. Fairly basic build though. We've got single car garage on both sides. These units are split straight down the center. Unit 1, unit 2, board and batten all around, comp shingles, pretty straightforward build. This wall right here that balloon frames and that one right there are the ones that are gonna get tricky. 1 foot away from that block wall on both sides. If you guys have a name for this place, let me know down in the comments below, because I have no idea. So we're in the process of getting our batter board set up, which are these boards that you guys are seeing here laid out. String lines are ran. What we're doing is essentially laying out the building envelope, the outside of the house. What this is going to allow us to do is make sure that we're building a square home from the start. It's all in the prep work. So this right here, what we're doing is setting ourselves up for success. We have all 4 sides of the building laid out right now with string lines. Granted, we do have these little pop outs that come out closer to the block wall. We have the main foundation for the house laid out right now. So what we'll do from here is make sure that we're nice and square. Check these string lines a couple more times, run a few more of them. We have one big control line that we want to run all the way down the side here. And from there, we'll be able to build off of it. But this is the start of a nice foundation. So it's getting close to end of day, guys. We have our batter board set up. Our control line is this back line here, and this line a foot off of the block wall. We have the pins set in the front, the back, and over that way. So we're using these two, knowing that this is a perfect corner, and pulling the rest of our numbers that way and that way. And that's how we establish the front. We have the garage wall across the front done. We've got the whole side going down there. All of our footings are laid out already. We have one massive footing going all the way down the center, one just towards the front of the building. We are pretty much ready to start digging. Everything in construction is a domino effect. So we're at the start. And if we screw up the foundation, if the foundation's out or the foundation's off, it's going to affect our framing. And then from there, it affects the drywall on the inside, it affects the siding on the outside, it affects everybody. So we're taking our time and making sure this is perfect. We have batter boards set up on all corners, 6 in total. String lines are ran everywhere. and it's looking a lot better. So you guys are always curious as to what tools we're using. Therefore, this build series, we're gonna show quite a bit. We've got the Keeson level. I've been using these things for quite some time. PLS 6G, I've had this thing for 2 years now. No problems with it whatsoever. The batteries died today. That was the only issue. I think I've changed them once or twice in the last 2 years. But this little thing, paired with the Keeson, I've got the laser sitting up on a Bosch tripod in the center of this place, and it shoots it no problem. If you guys want to check out everything that we use, I do have a link in the description down below that'll take you to pretty much my personal toolbox and show you everything that we use. Check it out if you want to. This is a Christmas miracle. It's not lunchtime and he's here. Yesterday the plumber came out while we were doing all of our foundation work here, getting prepped. He was getting prepped as well, marking out everything that he had to do for his scope. We took some quick pictures of that and then documented everything as far as where his lines go to where we can put them back, because more than likely the Mini X is going to tear his lines apart. Equipment just got dropped though. It's about time to dig this place. You're gonna see a lot of digging in this video because that is mainly what we did today. So instead of just rolling music over this, I figured I would talk to you guys a little bit about the foundation plan on S1.1, a structural sheet. Let's chat about how we know how deep to dig our footings, along with what rebar to use and how to build these things out. Looking at this sheet, you might be a little intimidated, but I promise you, once you dial in on a single area, it's very easy to understand. I have a plan reading video for architectural and structural sets in the top right hand corner right about now. But let's dive into it. How do we know how deep to dig our footings? It's a question I get asked all the time, so here's the answer. You can see across the back wall here, we have dots inside that footing. You might be wondering what that means. Next to it, we have dashes, and then some of it has nothing. We have S1.1, our foundation plan. On the next page, S1.2, we have the foundation plan notes. So on S1.2, you can see our foundation plan legend, and we have dashed, we have dotted, and we have solid line. These footing details are what we're going to reference on our set of plans. On the back wall, you can see that we have a dotted footing. What this means is that we need to make our footing in the back 15 wide, 24 deep, with 2 number 4 bars top and bottom. The dashed lines reference a 15-inch wide, 18-inch deep, continuous footing with 2 number 4 bars top and bottom. Easy enough. We understand that. We have 24 at the back, we have 18 going into the corner there. What about the rest of them? We have a bunch of them that have no markings whatsoever. So how do we figure those out? On S1.2, where we found the foundation plan legend, I highly suggest you guys read every single little detail on a set of plans before you start building to where you understand it. Under concrete note on S1.2, in bold underlined letters, it says footings shall be 15 inches wide and 18 inches deep, with 1 number 4 bar top and bottom unless otherwise noted on foundation plan. Those 3 words right there, unless otherwise noted, are key. Here's why. Your typical footing on this build is 15 inches wide and 18 inches deep. 1 number 4 bar top and bottom, unless otherwise noted. So unless it's specified that it's dashed, dotted, or solid line, like the 3 under the foundation plan legend, it's going to be that typical detail 15 by 18. Here in the next couple of videos, we're going to dive into prepping for our siding, prepping for our shear walls, everything that has to do with framing, and you guys are really going to get to look at how much planning goes into building these homes. that's gonna be it for the day. They're looking good. That looks a lot better. Let me hop back here, check it all the way through. Yep, we're good. We'll dig this with a shovel. I thought I've worked some tight job sites before. I will never complain again. I'm gonna complain throughout this build, but I will never complain about another job site being tight ever again. Sometimes I have problems with being able to hit the back side of a home or the side of a home due to the street. This place, wait till you see the drone shots. You can't get a lift anywhere. The house next door was torn down 15 years ago and the lot has sat empty with a security fence around the outside. I got in touch with the owners of the lot, trying to pay them a premium every single month we're working here to be able to store tools, material, and a reach lift over there. My plan was to put the reach lift over in that lot, you guys will see it in a drone shot, and potentially put the jib on and reach the whole entire house here to make my life a little bit easier. I got her on the phone once. That was the best I got though. She answered, we talked for a minute, never heard from her again. Therefore, at this moment, we are getting prepped to start forming the foundation, and I don't think we're gonna get that lot to use. So we're gonna have to improvise when it comes time to doing the rough framing, the siding, pretty much anything aside from the foundation. I've always been one to like a challenge, and well, this is definitely a challenge. I have material behind you guys. I have a security fence behind you guys. My porta potties over there. I have 2 cats in here and neither one of them fit. This one's currently in garage number 1 and this one is partially in garage number 2. And all of my form boards here are in garage number 2 as well. We have 5 feet from the alleyway here to the garage. There's hardly any room at all. We're gonna make the best of it though. Tomorrow we start forming out the building envelope up top. We're gonna talk to you guys about that as well. Fox is making a comeback. Things are going to get good. This build is not going to stop. Content is in abundance now. Can't wait to show you guys. I was gonna keep this a little secret and just wait until all of it happened in order to tell you guys about it, but I figured what the heck. Some of you guys know already because I've talked about it a little bit on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me there, links in the description below. My wife and I bought property in Oregon. This is something we've wanted to do for quite some time because we're looking to relocate our family before our kids are grown up. So we've got a city lot that we're looking to develop and either rent or sell. That build will be starting sometime next year, as this year we are completely booked out here in California. And unfortunately, I can't just up and leave. I cannot wait to show you guys that though. We've already got the plans for it. Everything is already in motion, just waiting on the right time to start it. But that's a wrap, guys. I'm gonna head on out for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We've got foundation started, footings are dug. We're gonna start forming up tomorrow, get going on that. I'll see you guys next time. Bang on.